Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing National League North. Now I did National League South the other day, I'm doing National League North today. Let's get straight into it. Uh, Last place, without doubt, this year will be Oxford City. They were shite for the majority of last season. They finished well. I'm not going to say anything else about that. They finished quite well, but there's no ambition. There's there's no fight. There's no desire, no passion. From what I saw them, they're miserable relegation from the National League. They were crap in that. They had a crap season last year, and they're going to regress again, and they're going to get relegated in last place. I'm I'm harsh, but that's how I'm seeing it happen. 23rd place. I'm going to do it to Merthyr Town. Unfortunately, I think Merthyr Town, for some reason, are in the National League North. Why the fuck are they in the National League North? What the fuck? They're in South Wales. It's near Bristol, for God's sake. But anyway, yeah, Merthyr Town getting relegated. Travel reasons, because they've got to travel a long way to all of these places because they shouldn't be in the National League North. And that'll take a toll on them. Obviously they've not really got the quality either. And I see them just really struggling, not really adapting properly, and yeah, relegation, unfortunately. But then they could build on it and try again, I suppose. Getting also relegated, 22nd Marine. Um, Obviously, again, similar to Oxford City. Really poor for the majority of the season. Did well towards the end, stayed up quite comfortably, but we are going to see a regression. I think the quality just isn't there with Marine. I think Neil Young has done a great job when he's been there over recent years, including the Tottenham game, obviously. But I think, yeah, it's just going to be one of them, and they're just not going to have enough quality to survive, and they're going to have to rebuild again in the seventh tier. Making up the final relegation spot, I have got Southport. Now, obviously, Southport for this league are one of the bigger clubs, but over recent years they have lost a lot of quality. They regress every year. They were very bad last season, like very bad. They were lucky to survive, to be honest with you. But this year they're going down. As I say, quality isn't there, desire isn't there, passion, and fans have stopped going. So, yeah, relegation for Southport. In 20th place, just about scraping survival, Worksop. In 19th, Radcliffe. Where the fuck is my mouse? There it is. 19th, Radcliffe. 18th, Peterborough Sports. And 17th, Leamington Football Club. Worksop, obviously, they did alright last season. They were fine. They'll drop off and they'll just about survive. Radcliffe, again, like small club for the league. Um, Everyone expects them to get relegated, but they just about got enough to get over the line. Um, I think that's important for a team like that. If you're a small team and you're in a league like this and you want to try and challenge for the best you can, I think that's important for Radcliffe to be there. And, I think they'll survive again because they've got enough. Peterborough Sports, similarly, obviously, probably the smallest club in the league. I think you'd say that they're the smallest club in the league. They absolutely are. And I think them surviving is an incredible achievement. They did it last year. They'll do it again. I don't see why they can't. I think they've got enough quality to do so. And Leamington, obviously, yeah, they're just there, bottom half every year, and they'll carry on there really. 16th place, I'm going to see Buxton. I think Buxton did well last season. They just missed out on playoffs, but they will top off. I think a lot of players have gone from last season contract wise, and they've not really signed anyone so far, from what I can see, gather. Um, I just think a bottom half finish for Buxton is probably nailed on, to be honest. I don't think anyone could disagree with me. 15th, Telford. 14th, Bedford. And 13th, shit. And 13th, South Shields. Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward on these three. I think they've always been in and around mid table in the National League North. I think they'll be in that position again, because they have never got enough quality to push up to mount a playoff charge, and then they're never in danger of going down. It's just one of them where they're fine where they are. Let's be real here, So yeah, mid table. Anyway, top half playoff chasers, 12th place, Alfreton Sound. Alfreton, always everyone's FA Cup first round team. They always seem to get in. They got thrashed 5-1 by Notts County last year, but never mind. Good team, good solid foundation that they have. They can build on it, and they'll finish 12th, and that's fine. Alfreton can continue to build on that. I believe they will. They are strong to get past within the next few years. 11th place, Kings Lynn Town. In 10th place, Curzon Ashton. In ninth place, Spennymoor. And just missing out on playoffs, Darlington. Kings Lynn, good team, strong team. Not got enough quality to go up. I just think, obviously, since they got relegated from the National League, they've not warranted a big push to go back up. And they're not going to go back up. They'll finish 11th. Curzon Ashton, last season, I had high hopes from. They started the season really well. They dropped off towards the end. I think it'll be similar again. They'll just miss out. 10th place. Spennymoor, obviously, they lost the FA Trophy final. Commiserations to them. But I think they'll have a good season this year. You know, they can build on that with the money that they've generated from Wembley, obviously, and sign a few players, get a few players in, improve. I think that's what they'll do. So yeah, ninth place for more, and then Darlington in eighth. I think the Quakers are going to do well this season. See, they were mid-table last season, but I think they'll be fine. This year, I think they'll improve really, really good, and they'll strengthen the squad, because obviously they've got money behind them. Obviously, having been bankrupt, and they've got new owner in, and he's been there for a few years now, and he's obviously putting money in. So positive times for Darlington. I think they'll do really well. They'll just miss out playoffs, which is a shame, but you know. Seventh place, Hereford. I'd say these are the biggest club in the league without a shadow of a doubt. They've obviously not got in playoffs the last few years, but this is the year they do. The quality's there. They've got the backing of the fans. They've got the backing of the owner and everyone involved. I think it's just gonna be a good season. Hereford are gonna get playoffs. I think everyone will take that. Sixth place, Scarborough. Always in and around the playoff challenge in this league. A good solid team in this for this league, I think, and I think they'll have a good season, and they'll get into playoffs. I think that's a big benefit because them the they always do well in this league. They're a good solid team in this. They just never have enough quality to make that next step up. But I think playoffs this year is going to be theirs, and it's theirs for the taking, and they'll take it by both hands. In fifth place, Chorley. Chorley, they weren't great last year, but I think they're going to do well this season. I think fifth place is fair. They're one of the richer clubs in the league. They've got a lot about them. I think obviously being Victoria Park being a bit of a fortress, they rarely lose there. So I think fifth place. I think they've got a lot more backing, a lot more quality this season from the signings that they've made. And playoffs, I think, is reasonable. Fourth place, Chester. Shit. Yeah. As I say, they were beaten by Scunthorpe last season in the playoff final. Commiserations to them, obviously, but yeah, I think Chester have got enough quality to do really well again. Obviously, they'll have money from having reached the playoffs, getting through. They'll invest, and they'll improve the squad, and they'll finish fourth, and they'll get playoffs again. Third place, I've got AFC Filed. If I can bloody click it. No, that's Kidderminster Harriers. There we go. Oh my god, the bloody mouse is shite. Sorry about this. AFC Files third. There we go. Obviously, they've just come down from National League, but they had really positive form towards the end of it. They were unlucky not to stay up. I think they'll carry that momentum in, and they'll have a really good season. I think obviously they've not gone down with a whimper, as I say. They've got the money there to spend if they want to spend it, and obviously they'll use it effectively, and they'll have a really good season and finish third. I think that's beneficial for them to just try and rebuild from the relegation. I think they'll do that. In second place, just missing out on the title, Kidderminster Harriers. Obviously, they went down a few years ago, and they lost in playoff semi. I think they'll be fine. They'll finish second. They've got enough quality about them. A good backing as well at Agbra. Agra's a great ground. Fortress, great fans. They have Kidderminster in second place, and I think they'll probably go up in playoffs. I think they deserve it as well. And my title winners in first place, I do have Macclesfield. There we go. Why is it not letting me drag the bloody thing? There we go. Sorry everybody. Mouse being weird today. Anyway, there we go. Macclesfield top of the tree in National League North. Obviously, they've just lost Robbie Savage to Forest Green. Obviously, he's taken 3 players with him to Forest Green, but they've appointed Adam Rooney as manager. They're the richest club in the league. They've got tons to spend. Obviously, having recently been reborn from the liquidation. They've got the noise around the team at the moment is really good. The fans are going every week. It's selling out. There's a really good vibe around Macclesfield, and I think the return to the National League is very soon on the cards because they've just got so much quality. Last season they were insane in Northern Premier League Premier. 109 points I think they got, so they've got lots of momentum carrying themselves into it. And I think they'll win the league. Because the quality's there. I think just the mindset as well in and around the club at the moment, the vibe, just really good. And yeah, champions for Macclesfield. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. See you in the next video.